Hello everyone, and what is going on? Hyperion-Blue-GT here. Welcome back to Gran Turismo 7, Part 166, and here I go for having 3 races. We'll take on in Red Bull Ring Short and Sunny Cup Classic, Grand Valley South for the Euro Sunny Cup 400, and Autodrome Lago Maggiore in the Euro FR Challenge 550. As I'm about to go and grab the Volkswagen 1200 1966 to have some few parts, might need to have a requirement before entered in the Sunday Cup Classic since the weekly challenges. But after all, this will have to bring out to have one feature race event to have the main segment, just in case if I had to go, but a reminder until tomorrow is going to be the countdown on the deadline before the new one is about to be coming up until Friday. Such as need to have 3 tires on the sports category all at once. Just might need to go equip and go adjust it into 285.85 performance point. Now, just might need to install the sports clutch and flywheel, make it much more tuning to decrease weight and apply to be more efficient, close ratio transmission to go high, power restrictor, just in case whenever might need to have a one good adjusted classic Volkswagen bug, will go faster up and stable to keep it well maintain the grip. But sometimes when having slow cars, it might need to go, but a little bit more upgrade will have to be more faster and more efficient. But I almost forgot to be installed to have a fully customizable computer, just in case to have some percentage, and of course, medium turbocharged RPM will have to be from naturally aspirated to go into turbocharged. But I'll have to hold on to it for a while, so I just need to have a fully customizable LSD to be at 6300 credits. So anything else? Maybe I'll have to go and check on the racing intercooler, compatible for the turbocharged aspiration. But let's just give the racing air filter to be increased into 37. Almost forgot one thing about the racing exhaust manifold. Just had to go add by 1 more HP and good to go. This will be well tested and take on with some classic road cars, including with the Mercedes-Benz Unimog Type 411 1962. But the lineup in session, and I'll have to take a quick U-turn to go come in full circles ever since from February 2025 update at the end of the month, but we're still in the middle of March, so we have to be on the main lookout for the next upcoming update. So I know what to do. Just had to go to Austria at Red Bull Ring and have the encore. Will be going finishing up in first position in 3 laps around on the short track in Red Bull Ring. Let's go for the classic ride, and it's going to be a very tough battle out there for the Volkswagen 1200 1966 to face up with Bilal Gallo and his 2-door Alfa Romeo Giulia 1960s. And also, for Paul Ura, will be get behind the wheel with a Mercedes-Benz Unimog Type 411 1962. It's a 454 multi-purpose truck. It's about to go on the track. There he is right now. He's on 4th place and give a tip of the interaction. I'm Paul Ura from Spain, and I was the Nations Cup champion at the 2023 Gran Turismo World Finals. Today, I'll be driving a slightly quirky Mercedes-Benz truck known as the Unimog. The Unimog was built as a multi-purpose 4x4 truck to excel on rough and real terrain. Praised for its excellent performance, it's been used to clear land and even provide essential support in disaster areas. This here is the Type 411 from 1962. A rare model said to be the last of the original Unimogs. It's a top-tier vintage machine that pushes the boundaries for what a utility vehicle can be. Alright, a road car becomes as a utility car to be used on commercial transportation and also used when entered in disaster areas. Can't say, it's a very good kind vintage as the Type 411 is the last remaining original Unimog. So I'll have to go to the car settings and have some turbocharge to be earlier as I just needed to be reminder. Just give the high turbocharged RPM and adding up with a racing intercooler, calculate and make it into 70 horsepower. We'll be doing well and see the classic bug is going to be updated into 376.68 performance points. Then let's get the classic race on the road and be prepared on the rolling start in 3 seconds as the countdown to go green. This will be doing well to have a turbocharged kit for the Volkswagen Bug 1200 1966 is about to do the second time for my full walkthrough after the weekly challenges when I was using the Ferrari 500 Mondeo Pininfarina Coupe 1954. Different real car and old-fashioned is well outfitted to be vintage in style as the lineup overtake to go around by 6 turns in Red Bull Ring Short. Got to go outside and go Q on the double overtake as I just made it onto the 8th position after Ed Pecadet and Paul Ura are about to be entered around on turn 2 and turn 3. Once sector 1 clear, moving on in sector 2 to get some few other classic road car are about to get things to a little bit more caught on traffic. So I had to expect a lookout. 2 Volkswagen Samba Bus is in the way. Alright, that's more like it. Just get that bug to be in the 3rd position, and Beleo Gallo is on 5th place with using the Alfa Romeo Giulia 1960s. Just make that push and go by 10.9 seconds left. Emily Jones is here. She is in the lead by Proceed in lap number 2. But it's about to get tougher, so I just really need to go for a full stretch and have turn 1 to go slightly on the brake. Now I wonder if that would be doing the possibility to see a Porsche 356 is about to be rolling up and go for a vintage old-fashioned racing to have a good 1950 style. But much yet for the 1960s, just give a good characteristic by under 100 horsepower might have to be pushed to the limit and see how the latter respond to go by turn number 2 and turn 6 in sector 2. So I had to catch up to her, and few other GT players are about to get behind as the main gap distance, especially Paul Ura, is they remain on the last position in number 12. Got to take the 5th turn and keep it steady. Final corner incoming. It's about to get closer, down to 2 seconds remain. And Emily Jones took by a faster lap time by earlier until I just took it in by 1 minute, 9.686 seconds. Just make good touch of the apex and gonna have to catch up to her lead position. Come on, Volkswagen 1200, you can do it. Just take turn 2 and ladies burst on corner number 2. But I know it's going to be a very tough race, but I'm always down with it. It's all about to have some specific parts, might have to go adjusted to be going on the peak by under 100 horsepower until you're about to be reaching by around in 90 horsepower. So first place in the lead. Now, this was to take the last 2 turns to go dive in carefully and save it for the final corner when pulling out the brake. That's more like it. Just give the Volkswagen Bug to be taken to the final stretch, and Checker Flag is on the podium. See that, folks? It wasn't so hard. Just have some few specific parts when using different classic road cars to go for slow performance, just like the Unimog Type 411 1962 made by Mercedes-Benz. First place is well done and achieved by challenging with the Porsche 356 is going to be a hardtop version on 2nd position led by Emily Jones. Total time is 3 minutes, 36.584 seconds, and good on lap number 2 in a minute, 9.686 seconds. That's 1 race down, 2 to go, and moving on forward to take part in Grand Valley South in the reverse direction, or forward direction as well to take part for race number 2 by continue on in European Senate Cup 400. So that's 37,500 GT credit, and moving on to have the replay to go for a playback position to take place by around in early the final lap. Just in time to have the right spot right over here and give the front view to be received onto the captured thumbnail. Just make that good kind of a masterpiece and slow by in and pause by the captured. So there you go. That's first content replay saved. Going back to Grand Valley Highway 1, we'll take the south layout as the weekly challenges is still remain available by the green light. But I almost forgot one thing just to be a reminder before at the end of the winter season before the last day is March 19. So I had to go there and have event directory who had to be on the main team progress by the ongoing in 80% after Kyoto Driving Park Yamagiwa. But 3 laps and very good stand correctly to be racing in the reverse direction. But speaking of which, I have a better idea after I just took the first position from the special event at Osage Village for the Pescia 205 GTI 1-make race. But I'll have to go for it with a Vision Total Drama official World Car entry is about to be set and suggested to go Otter on to 400. Time to have the sports soft tires to be going up and make it well preferred to be labeled on the comfort medium. That should do well and have 3 laps. Let's go for the weekly challenge, and this time final race in European Sunday Cup 400 is about to begin, and 3 laps in the Grand Valley South reverse, just like you're about to be entered in Historic Sports Car Master on the same track, is going to be featured with some classic and modern European sports car is about to be joining session, including Kilian Drummond will go driving with the Pescia 205 GTI 988. This is going to be a real challenge, and I already got my own 205 GTI 988 with a Vision Total Drama official livery design variation to go for the participation. There he is right now. He's on 7th position and give a tip interaction detail. I'm Kilian Drummond from France, and I was the 2022 Gran Turismo World Series Showdown champion. Today, I'll be riding in one of the great French hot hatches, the Pescia 205 GTI. This car often evokes memories of the 205 Turbo 16, also featured in GT7, which made its name as a World Rally racer. The 205 GTI is an embodiment of Pescia's racing spirit. It exudes style when you say, why, its exterior has hardly aged a day. Its vigorous engine and excellent suspension prove that when it comes to make it small, like cars, France is second to none. Good tip, and when it comes to have some good tuning suspension and other parts for only one 205 GTI is a good kind of embodiment, and consider this as Pescia's racing spirit. Now let's begin. As I'm about to be switched up into the sports hard compound tires to be put up to the test and see how it feels to go challenging up with some few of the European hatchback and sports car with a vintage and classic along with modern all together for the grid. So here I go, inside the tunnel on turn 1 by passing through with the Alfa Romeo Mito 2009, then turn 2 we'll get behind with the Lancia Delta HF 1991. Got to take it slow and well handling to be respond and keep things to go outside and inside around the corners to keep things to be shaped in motion. That's a good clear pass. Pescia RC said GT Line 2015 overtake, then coming in at sector 2 to go catching up with the Alpine A110 1600S 1972. Got to go switch up to the maintain pace and wait until the opening. We'll go in sector 3 by climbing up onto the road. Alright, very good. My Vision Total Drama official entry card variation is doing well and have this race to go for the real challenge. But there's Kilian Drummond in 7th place for the same Pescia 205 GTI 988. This will do perfectly well and go swoop in at the final corner to get things finishing up at the end of the first lap, and 6 more cars to go before entered in lap number 2. Good fastest lap time in 1 minute, 29.814 seconds. Now this will be very tricky but also yet to see how it turns out to see the Pescia 205 GTI to have some different set of customization options to become as a basic Group B rally car. Just like the Evolution 16 counterpart onto the same platform in the mid-1980s, but still yet to have a good retro hot hatch to be outfitted and designed as a road car. Just like all the other modern Pescia vehicles like the 208 GTI by Pescia Sport 2014, as I'm moving on to go proceed in 4th position down to 9.6 seconds left. It looks like W Shields on the Porsche is in the lead. But think about having one good thrill of the strategy is going to have to go amp up the speed and go master to be in a French hot hatch to be styled in the FF layout. Just have to make that push and overtake Coque Lopez in the Renault Sport Megane RS Trophy 2011. Got to stay in the middle of the main section corner, and I have a good eye on the 2005 Mini Cooper S in 2nd place. So almost there, down to 7 seconds left as I'm moving on in 2nd place. Final lap, this is it. It's going to be a very tough stakes and do it for the marbles. Just have to go FF style and make it more steering up on the understeer effect. Is going to have to take things to go moving up and challenge with some few other classic sports car, either to be using on the FR, MR, and RR drivetrain layout. So almost there, down to 2.1 seconds. Come on, let's see how the 205 GTI can actually be taken on with a Porsche 911 Carrera. It's going earlier, just have to make it to the 3rd and final sector. I see it right now. W Shields is in the lead as I'm going in to be overtaken with a Type 901, 911 Carrera RS is going to be behind in 2nd. That's more like it. It's doing well, and the Vision Total Drama official entry card livery is in the lead to be finishing up soon until the checker flag has now been cleared and green check mark to be obtained by the podium. There we go. To be considered to have 1 check mark to be down and 4 more to go. That's why I have to do this to be planned exactly before tomorrow at the end of winter on March 19 and hello spring season in March 20. Very good and outstanding run to go basic to have a nice retro hot hatch to face up with a classic retro German sports car. Total time in 4 minutes, 19.590 seconds, and the fastest lap time I took is 1 minute, 23.450 seconds. Very basic, challenging, and good on the effort will be received by 52,500 GT credits. But in the meantime, double up the prize money in 50% and well deserved to have 1 possible check mark will receive 100,000 GT credit on the ticket. But what can I say? I feel good and doing some warm-up attempt to help myself to go line and perspective to get things to go racing on the main go. Now I'll have to do the playback position to have a good moment and have 4 minutes in the duration, and there it is right now. Let's wait for the capture thumbnail to have both cars coming in near at the final corner. Just have to go zoom on in, wait for it, and there it goes. But talk about having a close in to have my good kind of a livery, just well deserved to have this thumbnail image right here. Now, this will have to do the content replay save, and there you go later on before moving on in Autodrome Lago Maggiore for race number 3. Well, I really think about my current subscribers is I'm currently at is 921. Only 79 more to go, and someone else just left me a message about my own brand wants to build something legendary. But after all, it still takes a lot of progress and have my own kind of development to become as complete edition after spending some few weeks on live stream and session. But I'll have to get down to do the dirt race and heading up to the European FR Challenge 550 in race number 3. 5 laps, and this time I'm about to go for the BMW C4 3.0i 2003 where the fully tuned UDRS and Sportec will give a good layout in the front engine rear. Forward to the East Course in Autodrome Lago Maggiore, and this time Thomas Lebouture is about to be ready to go on feature by using the same BMW C4 3.0i 2003. This will bring out the lineup in session after finishing from Sunny Cup Classic at Red Bull Ring Short, Euro Sunny Cup 400 at Grand Valley Highway 1 in self-reverse, and then this will do the third part ever since from February 2025 update is coming all together. There is right now Thomas Lebouture in 5th place to give a vehicle tip interaction. Bonjour, Kaba. I'm Thomas Lebouture from France. Today, I get to ride in a BMW convertible, a first-gen C4 from 2003, no less. I really like its long nose, as well as the C-shaped curve on its sides. Its engine is an inline-6 capable of 227.8 horsepower, and it takes its suspension from a design honed in the E46 3 Series. The C4 wants to compete at the Nürburgring 24-hour, so I know I'm in for an exciting ride. It's only just for you, Thomas Lebouture, and good to have you on board. Now, let's do this. And here comes the UDRS and Sportec to be fully tuned up to go track ready on the BMW C4 will be put up to the challenge. Everybody is about to be having a different European sports car in the same FR layout, and good thing for the Maserati Gran Turismo S 2008 is going on in position 11. Now, all I have to do is going to go faster up and take on Jay Leroy in the Ferrari 365 GTB4 is on the 3rd position. Got to go double overtake by exiting turn 3. Good pass and procedure to have myself to go 10th place along with D. Williams and G. Eisenberg in the BMW M3 Sport Evolution 1989. First sector check and heading up in sector number 2. Have turn 6 to stay together and get behind with Kay Sanger in the BMW M3 2003. Good kind of European FR sports car, including the Alfa Romeo AC Competizione, is a good kind of a top tier contender. Is going modern in style. Just like Daniel Solis in the same AC Competizione in the yellow color from the WTC 600. So I have a good eye on Thomas Lebouture. Full stock and default on the BMW C4 is just the perfect in red. Very good on the triple overtake. Now going to the final corner. Make it nice and neat and stay together to have a good line and improvise to stay together to be safe. That's a good stretch. Now main focus by 15.5 seconds left before heading up in lap number 2. That's 1 minute 44.559 seconds. But it takes a few minutes to have myself to go channel in my mind and think a pleasant dot of racing strategy is all about to have a dot of masterpiece to go for the racing line. That's how I've been thinking about to be channeling to have my own mind is doing some ways of channeling in meditation. Just have to be clarified to have my sensory to go treat it up and keep things to go relaxed and calm. So I'm in 5th position, down to 10.1 seconds to go. I have a good eye on Coque Lopez in about 1.6 seconds left before heading back to turn number 6. Got to go deaccelerate and reaccelerate to go exiting on turn 6 to get there to be elevated up and go attempted by the side-by-side before turn number 7 through turn number 9. So he got the upper hand on the inside apex. Got to switch it to be a little bit more careful to be put up onto the short offense. Alright, very nice. and give the track-tuned C4 will be moving on in the fourth. Looks like Jay Leroy is already took the lead. The Ferrari 365 GTB4 is in the number 1 spot. After Lucas Brunelli has been dropped down in second place for the BMW M2 competition. Just have to catch up to Nicholas Rubiller in the Beamer E30 M3 Sport Evolution. Dirt lap in the halfway mark. Come on, I can do this. Just have to give one way to overtake the nice red classic Beamer. Wait until turn 3 to go into the wide open by almost the outside. Very good. Down to 6 seconds left. There they are right now in the far distance at 4.2 seconds to go. Just need to keep pushing. It's about to be over soon, so I just had to take some few attempts and do some strategy to come up with a masterpiece by having a minute of brainstorming. Recent update I took from lap number 2 in 1 minute, 43.155 seconds. That should do very well to keep things to go work up, and elongated style for the C4 will give a track-focused convertible to be amped up just like racing at the Nürburgring 24-hour endurance. Almost there towards Lucas Brunelli's current position on number 2 spot, driving the BMW M2 competition. Going to the final corner, just wait. Then I had to go exit in the final corner. Patient is the key for myself. This will get tougher and more suitable for only a one-on-one battle to see which one of them will be on the way to catch up to the Ferrari 365 GTB4. So I had to call dibs and have the C4 will be going for the challenge. Just have to exit on turn 2. Now I'll have to do the outside on turn 3. Alright, very good. And elongated on the quicker pack of the defense. Now I'll have to take the chase and catch up with the 365 GTB4 in about 1.8 seconds to go. So here comes for breaking through onto the side by side. Turn 6 coming back in and getting closer. But I can hardly feel it. It's going to be a little bit more tug of war out there to be well at it. Come on, I can do this. Just wait and give the one-on-one showdown to have a battle between old versus new. Alright, that's more like it. Come on, I can do this. Just have that spot here. Rolling up. And full stretch will be take the final lap. Alright, now time to go for the one-on-one showdown, and this will bring out the final push. Okay, very good exit on turn 2. Got to stay behind with the 365 GTB4. Very more challenging contender for a FR layout. Just to see how my UDRS livery on the BMW C4 is going well pushed and have the sport soft tires. Has to take the last push and coming in to be struggle in. So sector 1 check is going clear. Now gonna have to take the last 2 more remain. Just have to think quick. It's all about think opening moment to go challenging with a different classic European sports car for the same drivetrain FR. Alright, there we go. Now for the outside, it's going a little bit struggle out there to have turn number 8 to get out onto the exit. Safe and clear before the final sector is on the way. How about that? No contact, just take a risk to go clean overtake. But it takes a suspension to go for an instability to have a well packed on double wishbone. Just to see how the inline 6 C4 is doing perfectly well out there, folks. Much more elongated and successful to be achieved and cleared to be on the podium finish. So that's first place, and European FR Challenge 550 is all done once again. From France has Grand Prix Circuit to Autodrome Lago Maggiore in the East layout, just only have additional for race number 5. Total time in 8 minutes, 24.128 seconds, and good for the effort on lap number 5 is 1 minute, 38.649 seconds. But a dramatic music is good to have a successful outcome and receive 60,000 GT credits. But clean race and a new day awaits by leaving winter and hello spring in March 20. But good enough to have 11.5 miles recent to go update into 24.9. Much more deserved to have a content replay by having a thumbnail image. Let's do the playback position and give it in 7 minutes and 50 seconds to be take place right over here between turn 7 through turn number 9. See? Very challenging and very clever to see the old versus new to have a different FR layout to have a contender. Just might have to go closer in and maybe this image should do very well. But close enough because of the grass spreading around onto the track. But maybe I'll have to give it a little bit more close in. Okay, 365 GTB4 is in. But maybe this spot would be doing right over here to be getting close in to have my C4 of the UDRS Inspirtec custom part. But this spot is going to be right over here. Okay, good enough. Exit and third replay save. Now that was an absolutely tough race out there in European FR Challenge 550 as race number 5 to go additional. Event directory to be going increase at 95%, and the good news is, one race recent added for the Sunny Cup Classic, European Sunny Cup 400, and European FR Challenge 550 to go back at 100% to be well placed up to be achieved and successful once again. But speaking of which, after McLaren from the previous video, this will have to be moving on and have 3 cars of the Audi will be putting up onto the collection to be heading back to the GT Cafe. But it's about time minor after McLaren, this will have to go down all the way to have 4 extra menus is still remain available. Alright, let's do the 6-star roulette ticket and receive the reward. Congratulations! You collect all 3 cars. This completes your Audi collection. Once you collect your present, I got some stories to tell you about these cars. Beautiful and Audi amazing. As collection, Audi is complete. Just take a good look for having a nice German background scape to see 1 real car along with 2 race cars for only a single Group B and Group 1 in the LMP1 category. Good thing Roulette Ticket has now acquired an expiration reminder by April 19, 2025. Now, let's have the history narrative story about Audi for extra menu number 41. Germany is renowned as the birthplace of the world's first gasoline-powered car. It is also home to the iconic manufacturer Audi, a long-standing innovator in the automotive industry. The name Audi traces its origin to an automobile company founded in 1910 by August Horch. In 1932, this company merged with 3 other car companies, DKW, Horch, and Wanderer, forming the umbrella firm Auto Union AG, which continued to produce Audi vehicles. The car that made Audi a globally recognized brand was undoubtedly the Quattro, a full-time four-wheel drive vehicle introduced in 1980. The revolutionary idea of equipping a passenger car with a four-wheel drive system, previously associated primarily with off-road driving, marked a turning point in motorsports, particularly in rally racing. At the 1987 Pikes Peak race, Walter Rotary drove the Quattro S1 Pikes Peak to a class victory and a new world record. And ever since Auto Union changed its name to Audi in 1985, the company has remained at the forefront of innovation. Released in 1998, the first generation TT featured a silhouette resembling of the classic race car from the Auto Union era. Yet its remarkably modern sports coupe design made it popular all around the world. Since the 2000s, Audi has showcased its racing dominance at the 24 Hours of Le Mans, securing 13 overall victories, including a legendary win in 2011 with the R18 TDI. These triumphs truly embodied the essence of Audi's motto, Fortschritt durch Technik, or progress through technology. Innovation that well excites about the history of Audi that dates back from 1910 to have one origin company until the other three companies to be merged as one manufacturer brand as Auto Union. From the Group B rally car to the road-going vehicle, and in motorsports to be take part of endurance for the Audi R18 TDI 2011 after 13 securing victories as an LMP1 version to the Audi R8. Extra menu number 41 is all about to have a good kind of a rally car, road car, and prototype race car all together. Now for the extra menu number 42 will be coming up for the next video is Ferrari Special. Collect some of the most special Ferrari ever produced to get the F40 1992, F50 1995, and the Enzo Ferrari 2002 will receive a 6-star roulette ticket. But I'll have to wrap it up, and then heading up to Argent Norwood, we'll get myself prepared and do the circuit experience. We'll be moving on in part 177. Thank you for enjoying watching the video in Gran Turismo 7. I hope you enjoyed. Go subscribe to my YouTube channel for a like, comment, then click the bell for notification on upcoming content videos if you'd like to see. Follow me on DeviantArt, Instagram, Twitter, GT Planet, Patreon, Discord, and more social media platforms. Plus, membership is now open to everyone. We'll join to get access with exclusive perks, custom emoji with my OCs, and many features to support the channel. It's the best way to help out with the super thanks as an extra. We'll support and grow. I'll be seeing you guys next time on Gran Turismo 7, and I look forward to see you again at the next video. Keep on racing, stay clean.